Super Random Japan. Nani?
Alright, well the new miniseries Shogun has finally officially aired, and there's already 1,000 reviews, and so I wanted to focus on the one thing that drove me nuts about the first couple episodes. I'll likely do a full series review when it's finished, but for now, I thought I'd spit out a quick video with a major criticism. I say major, but many will surely say I'm nitpicking. After all, there is little to criticize so far about the show. Like everyone else, I find it stunningly beautiful and incredibly well written. After all, it took until halfway into the second episode to realize it was a samurai series and there had been no action yet, or at least no full fight sequences. The story and everything else were that mesmerizing. Anyway, for those who simply want me to get to the point of my video, my biggest grievance with the series so far is language. And it's not the Japanese language. In fact, the Japanese they use is, as with everything else, accurate to the time period, with speech differences between even those speaking to each other, and levels of respect between upper and lower classes, and even the nuances of speech within similar classes. It's unlikely to see a movie that accurate in Hollywood, even for English, though I don't think many English speakers today would even recognize 1600 English, because that is literally the era of Shakespeare, and who understands that, other than literature experts and linguists? So it's in the quote-unquote English that drove me the most out of the series. While the main character John Blackthorne is from England, most of his European interactions within Japan are with Portuguese people. And while he states to his crew in the beginning that he'll blend in because he speaks fluent Portuguese, they never address that directly. The first words he speaks to anyone are in English and vice versa. When a warlord asks a Portuguese-speaking Japanese Christian peasant to translate for him, the first question the peasant asks is in English, and pretty good English at that. You'd be lucky to find someone in the far countryside and even modern Japan who speaks so easily, but I digress. Every time in the series they speak English and follow it with, "You speak Portuguese?" or "How long have you been learning Portuguese?" etc., I immediately get, though temporarily, drawn out of the story. It's a shock to the system. My brain is like, wait, do I speak Portuguese? I'm kidding. Kind of. To add to the unrealism, or perhaps in an effort to make our simple Western minds differentiate cultures, the characters speak English with their native accents. Spaniards speak with a Spanish-English accent, as do Portuguese, and of course British. Even worse, though, is that when Portuguese are in private with only other Portuguese people, they speak English with a Portuguese accent. Again, while this might seem like nitpicking, the main problem comes down to expectations. The marketing and behind-the-scenes footage did nothing but show the exhaustive efforts they took to make the show as accurate, albeit a fictional story, to the era. They even had Japanese masters of gesture, teaching Japanese actors how to be Japanese in 1600. From the Japanese language to costume and set design, etc., they were meticulous to the point even experts had to struggle to find inaccuracies, and again, they were nitpicking. So, as you can imagine, I was incredibly excited to see a show with so much care for detail, only to hit a language barrier for the show's intended Western audience. How hard could it have been to find people who actually speak Portuguese? After all, we're already reading subtitles for most of the show, I wouldn't mind anymore. It could even draw in some more international viewers if Portuguese and Spanish were represented more. And heck, they could have even tied in having John Blackthorne teach Lady Mariko English in addition to Portuguese or something. They may still do something along those lines, there's still much of the series to go, but I doubt it. I think we're just supposed to, from this point forward, believe that whenever they're speaking English, they're actually speaking Portuguese. Anyway, I'm curious about other people's thoughts on this. Am I ridiculous and being overly judgmental? I mean, I still love the visuals and story, and give it an easy 8 or 9 out of 10 so far, but just wish with that added bit of effort, the show could have been an easy 10. We still have a way to go though, like I said, to truly judge it, and if you're curious how I feel when the show concludes, please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in, at least for now. Cheers!